So Lori, how did you tell us the story? How'd you get
Yeah.
involved?
Yeah, this is well, okay. So I think what broke the camel's back is the current situation that we have with my son, who's been falsely accused, and we're fighting it out in court still. Um, and when he was accused, and I won't go into all the court details or anything, but when he was accused, I was just looking for help. I mean, I just felt so alone. I didn't know what to do to help my son. A lot of the places that I went to on the website were too volatile for me, I think. Um, and if you do a web search, you come up with horrendous information. And I came across NCFM and I thought, wow,
Yes.
read some of the articles and
Yeah, it's a good level-headed organization. I've been at this a long time, as you know, and um, I think it's blessed with exceptional leadership, and I think it's got its head and its heart in the right place.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes. And then um, as I started to research further, um, I discovered that, wow, I am really coming into this very, very late. Reading about men's issues, um, realizing, oh my gosh, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
I've had, my brother and the parental alienation, um,
Yeah.
suicide, and so on.
All
So,
this was happening all along, but we don't see it until it's pointed out to us in some way.
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you just think, okay, so it's a one off thing. She's a bad person. Well, I think that if we had a lot more education out there, I think that if we understood what happens to not only the child, but the parent being alienated,
Right.
I think that a lot of these things would be changing. But, as I look past over my life, there are, suicide of a male friend at a very early age.
Yeah.
So many things. So
Right.
many things, Jim.
It's what I call the other half of gender reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think even before this all blew up with my son, there was one point where they were talking about Violence Against Women's Act, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking, well, why would you hold that up? That just makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But the more I research it, the more I'm like, wow, this is totally, totally anti-male bias, right? And holds our men out as, um,
Well, that's right. I mean, it is. That's so true. I call VAWA the No Violence Against Women While Violence Against Men Keeps Right on Going Act.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it funnels about $1 billion a year into.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And I've researched some of that and the grant money that's given to the states. You see where the funding goes, and it's going into educating the law enforcement, right? Educating the prosecutors.
Right.
Um, and you take a look at some of those modules, and at the bottom of the modules, it has believe women.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, men are just as capable of being raped, men are just as capable of being abused than,
Yeah.
women too. So,
I know, and it's a little shocking. It seems very counterintuitive, but
right,
if you think about it deeply enough, within a domestic setting, a man is just as helpless as she is because he's reading on the couch, he's asleep in the bed, he's as defenseless as she is, under those circumstances.
right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, Lori, for sharing that with us, and it's been great talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And great to share this with you, Tim. Thank you.
All right, cool. All right.
Okay, I think I was climbing up there.
Very Hollywood. That's a very showbiz there, doesn't it?
All right.